Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel if you're new here. I'm a homeschooling mom, and today I wanted to review and flip through a math curriculum called Beast Academy. Now I'm going to be going through level 1 because that's what we're currently using and that's what I have too. Right now in level 1 we've finished level A and we will be finishing up level B probably this week. So I wanted to kind of review these two as well as just share about these as well, level C and level D. So in each level, there's going to be 4 levels, A, B, C, and D, before you move on to the next level. Level 1 is counting, shapes, and comparing. Level B is addition, subtraction, and categories. Level C is addition and subtraction. You'll kind of further practice that as well as review, and comparing and patterns. And then level D is big numbers, measurements, and problem solving. So Beast Academy is a very cool and unique curriculum in the fact that each lesson is going to start by explaining things with a comic book style. Now you're at Beast Academy, so everybody's a monster, but it's very sweet, nothing grotesque or nothing too silly or anything like that. Everything is just math and very sweet. So you get chances within the comic book to kind of stop and see if you're getting how they're explaining it, and then they'll give you the answer, and you'll have about 3 attempts maybe each comic to kind of get the feel for what they've just explained. Then you'll move on to practice. You'll move on to problems with like different ways to do what you've just learned. Sometimes like this is counting dice and being able to just recognize numbers, and then they have opportunities for playing games. One thing I like about this is it is not so much writing, and I have used The Good and the Beautiful in the past, and I did like that in some ways, but I didn't like how much writing or cutting out you had to do. Level 1A, I did have to cut out these shapes twice, but so far with level B, I haven't had to cut out anything. And I looked through 1C and 1D, and it doesn't look like you really have to cut out anything. So this is very just open and go without having anything for you to really prepare. These are challenging, so while the math itself might be simplistic when you think about it, the problems are challenging and they do get harder as you go. You'll get to problems that have stars on them. Sometimes you'll get to problems that have stars on them, and those are extra challenging within what you've learned. And it does have hints with those, so you can go to the back as the teacher or even as the student, but I think probably more for the teacher to kind of give hints on those star problems, but it also has an answer key on the back with each book. 1B and 1A are about the same thickness. It's taken a few months with each, depending on just how diligent we are, how many breaks or how much sickness we have, but we've really enjoyed them. They're definitely challenging. Very little writing, you know, you might have to write odd or even. So It does expect the kids to come in knowing how to write the numbers. You should be strong with counting, even though the level 1A does say it teaches counting. It'd be better going into this curriculum knowing how to count pretty strongly and writing your numbers. And with level 1, my daughter is in 2nd grade, so I'd say these are pretty challenging for her. So I wouldn't start these in kindergarten unless your child is just above and beyond with math. They can get things very quickly because these are definitely more challenging than the Good and the Beautiful. We also use the Simply Charlotte Mason math as well, which I like, and I'll talk about that another time, but I do like to do a little bit of both, but our main focus is Beast Academy. Sometimes I feel the problems are very, very challenging. It's rare, but there has been some problems that we've skipped. So just keep that in mind. So here's 1C, and here's kind of a look at patterns that you would learn. And it's very nice. It does look like it would be fairly easy at a glance. And even though it's very colorful, it is challenging. So on their website, they have like an ability test. It's like a 1-page worksheet you can print out for free and test each level and see where your child would be. I wanted to start with level 1, even though we had been doing math in kindergarten with the Good and the Beautiful and math with the Good and the Beautiful in 1st grade. I felt like there was some stuff that was kind of review, but oftentimes I felt that even if we knew things, like even if my daughter knew stuff, it would still be on the more challenging side. I'll do a flip through of each book too and kind of share the contents so that you can see a little bit deeper of what you're learning in each book. I bought the bundle of level 1 and all 4 because you do have to pay for shipping, and I was okay with taking a gamble on it just in case because I have other kiddos. If it wasn't going to work out, I could maybe try them with them, but I do really like these. You can buy each workbook separately. I did buy the bundle. It's not necessarily cheaper. It's just cheaper in shipping because you do have to pay shipping each time you buy something. So I decided to just buy the whole level 1 curriculum. I think that we'll probably finish or at least get halfway through 1C. So in about a year, we will have finished 3 books. So probably next year we'll be starting with either the other half of 1C or 1D. At least I think we would get 3 books in. So I'm glad that I did get the whole bundle for 1 year. I haven't seen any sales, but they're not too expensive workbook wise. They do have an online aspect that's separate from the workbooks. We are only doing the workbooks. The online stuff looks really cool. It's kind of like a computer game, no ads or anything like that. So you do have to pay, I think, a monthly subscription. I'm not sure if you can pay like an annual subscription, but I decided that I was just going to do the workbooks for us. And the online stuff does look cool, but I also wanted to try and avoid using more technology for now. If I feel like maybe this is a good fit for her, but it's too challenging or she just needs extra practice, I might look into the online portion of it because you can, I think you can have endless like practice and it kind of maybe helps you more understand why you got it wrong. But it is very game-like, which, you know, is very similar because this does feel like you're doing puzzles and logic a lot. So it's very, very similar feeling just on the computer. And it's a continuous, I think, thing you pay for. So that's something to keep in mind. So with our lesson time, I plan for about 15 minutes for math. Unless I'm doing both of these, then I'll add in a little bit of extra time, 15 minutes for this one. And then we might go through just like a couple pages in this or finish one number. but in 15 minutes we can usually get done about two of the pages, because they are challenging, but they are very fun. My daughter enjoys them, and so I like that we don't have to skip very much with this. So that's my review of Beast Academy. I hope you found it helpful. If you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe and tell me what else you'd like me to review. If I have that curriculum, I'm just happy to review it, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.